Hey, what's up friends? So I'm here today to talk to you about my two helmets and my little journey in finding the right helmet. I wish I had done some more research before I bought this helmet. Here on my right side we have the Shoei J Cruise 2, and here we have the Shoei Neotec II. This is the first helmet I bought, and the person that sized me up did not do a good job, and of course, like I said, I didn't do enough research. And when I put it on, the pads were new, I put it on my head and I said, oh, that feels comfortable. But a correct fitting helmet should not feel that comfortable when you first put it on. It should be snug and tight. And let me just show you what I mean about this. Forgive the hat head here. So I went into the dealership and tried on a bunch of helmets, and I ended up liking this one a lot because I am a little bit claustrophobic, and I thought that, you know, having this 3/4 shield would be great for me. First thing, this is all the way as tight as this will go, this clip here, and in its tightest position it's still loose. That's the first signal here. This did not grab my chin at all. Okay, so keeping your head straight, grab the helmet and try to move it around, and you can see this moves around a lot, a real lot. The helmet should not do this. This is an extra large. Okay, so look at that. That's terrible. Another way is you put your hands behind your helmet, push forward, and then try to stick your finger up inside. And you shouldn't be able to. In this one, I could stick my finger right up in there. That's not good. Okay, so this helmet is way too big. And when I ride with it, if I turn my head to the left or right and the wind's coming at me straight, the helmet will actually move this way. And when I come back, I have to adjust it. Okay, that's not good and it's not safe. If I was to fall and get in an accident, most likely this helmet would get ripped right off my head. See the shin guard? This is the tightest position. Okay, it would probably get ripped right off my head. Okay, so this is way too big. Okay, now this is the Neotec, and the reason I got this one, it wasn't just because this wasn't fitting properly. That's one of the main reasons, but also I do obviously the video vlogs, and with this 3/4 helmet, wind just rushes right up inside here. There's nothing to stop the wind, so it's a very noisy helmet. It has 3 vents here, but to be honest, I could not really feel any wind flow on this helmet. To stay with that same concept here, this has chin airflow and then airflow up here. I could feel the air circulating around my head on this one. So let's just throw this on real quick and see the difference. Okay, right away, just clicking this on the first position, it's already tight on my chin. I can feel it. Squeezes my cheeks. Let's push forward. I cannot stick a finger up in there all the way. See, when you move the helmet side to side, your flesh of your face should move too. And your cheeks should be squishing in on your teeth a little bit. So this, see how my face moves? I don't know, maybe I'm too far from the camera, but this definitely fits this helmet. I'll put up a screenshot of a kind of a go-to guide of how to fit a helmet, but this of course is for newbies and people like me that are going to get their first helmet and don't really know what they're doing. Like me, I learned my lesson. It's an expensive lesson. This thing was almost 600 bucks. This one retails for 800. I got it on sale for 630. They have some colored models that came out, newer models that are closer to $800. They have really cool color schemes. This is just gloss black, so to match my bike. Okay, well, let me leave this on. People that ride with glasses, I think that's another thing. I don't have contacts, never want them, can't wear them anyways. These are progressive lenses. These are Van Heusen. I got these at Costco, and I looked for, let me get closer to the camera. I looked for a pair of glasses that were very thin. I can see that. These are very, very thin. My other glasses have a much thicker, they're much thicker right here. So these basically, I just kind of angle them in and they slip right in there because they're so thin on the sides. So make sure you get glasses that are thin on the sides and they fit, and no problems at all. And these are progressives, and also with the, I forget what they call that, transition lens, where they'll get dark, but I don't really need that because we have this, yay, fighter pilot. All right, well, those are my 2 cents on the 2 helmets there. One thing to keep in mind, though, that these helmets are also, I mean, they're great helmets. They're probably the best helmets you can buy in terms of the quality of the build and the protection you get from these. But they are heavier than some other helmets. And I just wrote down a little bit here. This one, because it has all the extra, you know, pivot points and the chin guard and all this extra equipment to make this achievable. And this is, I mean, this is amazing. Like when I got to a stoplight, I rode today earlier, and I'll ride later with, you know, to do a test ride with this for the audio. It was 90 degrees, comfortable, but stoplights, I was still getting kind of hot, and, you know, just whoop, and my face is out, breathing fresh air. Light changes, boom, off I go. So I love that. And also the fact, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a little bit claustrophobic, so this is nice that I could do this and have this going on. But anyways, this helmet's about 4.04 pounds on my grams, on my electronic scale. Doesn't matter how, I mean, it is accurate scale, but it's accurate that I'm using the same scale for both helmets. So just to show the difference, this one is 3.7 pounds. So there's a difference in weight, and you can get lighter helmets. On a long ride, I can imagine if you were gonna go, you know, ride for, you know, 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that, with this helmet on your head, you might get some neck fatigue because it is heavier than some helmets. But that's it. So there's the glass solution fitting. I hope this helped. I wish, again, I did more research when I bought this helmet, so I didn't buy this helmet to begin with, and I bought this one in the right size. So I'm very happy with this helmet. I do like this helmet. It was too big. And, you know, once you get a helmet and wear it, that's it. You can't really, you know, return it or sell it. People typically don't want used helmets unless they're brand new used helmets. But this is also a very good helmet. And I probably will still wear it occasionally if it's like super, super hot out and I'm just going around the neighborhood or something. If I wear a balaclava and I put this on, this is very snug and tight and fits comfortable. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. And I'm going to go out now and test ride this for the noise reduction and see if this is any better with the microphone and doing a moto vlog with this helmet compared to this helmet. So see you in a bit. Later.
Okay. Hello, friends. Okay, let's see how that works. How you doing? So I'm just out now to test the audio quality with this new helmet. I've got my lavalier hooked directly into the back of the GoPro. GoPro's mounted on the handlebars. I'll take a picture of it and show you, but it's kind of bouncy and wobbly. It might not be completely level, but for these purposes, this is cool. Just going to head out to Ride Now, the BMW dealer here in Austin, and look at the new Cena headset. Because with this helmet, it's very snug and tight as it should be. I have no room for wearing my AirPods or any other kind of stuff for music. And like yesterday, I needed to contact my wife while I was riding because I was running late and I didn't want her to worry, and I had no way to really contact her. I was like leaning over and trying to use my phone on the handlebars at stoplights, but she couldn't hear me over the noise and my helmet. So yeah, Cena seems like a good investment for me. But that's it. So let's get on the road here, check this out, and see how the audio quality works. I'm going to be going about 30 to 50 miles an hour, up to maybe 60 or 70 throughout this whole trip. So there'll be a variety of speeds and winds to kind of test it and see how it sounds. But let's put you back facing the right way. Okay, so let's get underway here. Okay, right now my helmet's closed. I just have my windscreen open. We'll see how it sounds. See how it sounds with the windscreen open for a little while. Then I'll shut it down. Okay, so this is 25 miles an hour. Windscreen open. Through this neighborhood. Well, it's a lovely day. 85 degrees. Going about 30 miles an hour. So the temperatures have come down quite a bit, which is awesome. It probably will get up to 90 or so. Usually the peak hour here in Central Texas is usually later in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock is the kind of hottest time of the day. And so I'm hearing some whistling. So let me go ahead and close this down. Okay, so I don't hear that whistling anymore. Okay, so one thing this helmet does do that my old helmet doesn't is with this full chin guard here, it blocks my TFT in my phone, so I actually have to kind of tilt my head down to get a clear view of those. Whereas with the J Cruise, there was no chin guard. It was just kind of glance down with my eyes, and I can have access to that. Not a big deal, just something to get used to. So now I'm going about 42 miles an hour. So the Cena thing, I'm going to go check it out, see if they have it. I called earlier, the guy was out. Said call back in a half hour, the guy that runs the apparel and section. But I got to do this test anyway, so I figured, hey, we'll just go down there. I mean, who doesn't like walking through a motorcycle store anyways, right? It's always fun. So hopefully this audio is coming through nice and clear. The Zoom, I have the external audio recorder that I've used for quite a long time, off and on. And, you know, that's a semi-professional. I mean, it's not super professional, but it does have limiters and gain and low output, or what is that called, low out or whatever, that you can mess around with. And I messed around with so many different settings on that thing, and I just couldn't get, I gotta open my vent here, or my windscreen. It's hot. It's 87 degrees now. Yeah, so I don't know. This one is I'm just using direct input to GoPro. So this is GoPro settings. GoPro takes care of all that. I don't have to mess around with it. Let me close my vent again. Okay. But that's another point about the helmets again, is the sitting at that light just for that second. The helmet inside got hot quick, and it started to want to fog up. It's without wind blowing around. And the J Cruise never did that. And I never had to worry about, you know, the winter time when it's cold out. I didn't have to worry about the windshield, the windscreen fogging up because the got a nice flow of air always coming from underneath, which is not what you want when you're trying to record a video. So I'm going 65 now, and hope this is coming through clear. But I'll tell you what, this helmet's going to be nice and comfortable in the winter time, because I pretty much ride year round here, even when it gets down into the 40s. Anything below freezing, no, I'm not doing that, thank you. I don't know if you know, but on BMWs, on the TFT screen, if you go below 32 degrees or 0 degrees Celsius, there's a blue snowflake shows up on the TFT, just to let you know you're at freezing temps, and kind of a warning to be careful about ice, slippery conditions, etc. But so yep, now I just hit 90 degrees, so the temperature has gone up. It's 1:15, so it's probably going to go over 90, I would assume, because like I said, usually around 3 o'clock is the 2 to 3 o'clock is kind of the hottest part of the day, and it lasts until about 6 or 7. A couple minutes and we'll be there. Going 50 miles an hour right here at this point. I'm hoping the audio comes out good, because then that'll be good. Otherwise I'll have to limit all my talking videos to 45 miles or below. Okay, here we are. Right now, Power Sports. I usually park right over here. Okay, guys, we made it. Here we are. I'm gonna go check out the Cena, see if they have one, see if they'll give me a little bit of a deal, and that's it. Well, that ends the test of the audio, going at different speeds with this new helmet, and I'll see what kind of things I need to do to change it if it doesn't come out good. It's a work in progress. Okay, thanks for joining me. Later.